Each week, I select a great story about a Temple sports team doing things in its community. Now, looking to the remainder of the men's season, Temple currently sits 5th out of 11 in the conference. Temple wants that top 5 seed. Remember, the top 5 teams in the AAC get first round bye for the postseason tournament. It's award season. Access granted for a brand new edition of All Access Pass, and it all starts right now. The Most Valuable Player award will go to someone who has left the biggest impact. And the Moppy goes to Mia Davis and Damian Dunn. Dunn made several game-winning buzzer beaters, which really set him apart. And then there's Davis, the new program record holder for career points. Roland has earned more titles and honors as an Owl in 1 year than most make in all 4, 10th and Diamond. Coincidence or planned? Temple's new head coach celebrated his birthday on the football field at Edberg Olsen Hall as he led the first of 15 allotted spring practices on Friday morning. Speaking of Mastro Pietro, she was even voted as the preseason midfielder of the year. And talk about coming off a hot streak, last year's team won its first NCAA tournament game since 1998. Now let's take a look at the Owls' first 6 games of their season. To finish second in the AAC preseason poll, while the Owls are one of the 2 American squads heading into conference play.
To look at another team right now, Tulane lost some close contests early in the season, but it seemed to have found their footing in conference play. Looking at the women's side of things, what stands out initially are the team's overall records. All but one team in the conference with a record at 500 or above so far this season.
Over the weekend, the Temple women's track and field team competed in a 2-day meet in New York as part of the Columbia Challenge.
And the Temple win was the icing on that birthday cake.
Before we talk to you again, the women's team will play a pair of AAC matchups. On Saturday at McGonigal Hall, the Owls will play host to a Houston team that has won 6 of its last 7 and is second best in the conference at shooting the 3-ball.
COVID has been everywhere, wreaking havoc on the women's schedule. Most recently postponing a trip to the Palestra to take on the Quakers due to concerns within Penn's program. Did you say could be? Mark my words. Davis will be the AAC Player of the Year. But for now, let's head to the men's side.
It's only right that we render verdicts on this show. Our judge's verdict today is all about the best highlights from over break. Sage and I have each picked a different player who is guilty as charged. I'll get us started. The most impressive thing I saw was the 3-point barrage that Zach Hicks put up against Delaware State. As a freshman, I had enough trouble finding my way around the Ritchie's line. This freshman forward, however, found his way around the 3-point line, knocking down 10 of them and scoring 35 points. He broke the program's record for 3-pointers in a game and tied Mark Macon's record for points by a freshman. That's the Mark Macon, assistant to Aaron McKee and Temple men's basketball all-time leading scorer. How can that not be the most impressive thing you saw over break?
35 points for a freshman is quite the feat, but I want to talk 33 points topped off by a buzzer beater to win a conference game. Yes, by now you should all know what I'm talking about. Damian Dunn's step back 3 to defeat ECU is one I won't soon forget. And in my book, it came at just the right time. The team is now on a 3-game winning streak heading into the heat of conference play, and a win like that not only creates momentum for the team, but I think it'll build some excitement for its fans. As students trickle back onto campus, after the holidays, I predict we'll start to see more seats fill up in the Liacouras Center as long as Damian Dunn and the rest of the team stays hot.
But then they played top 5 ranked Cincinnati and were lucky to not get shut out, losing 52-3.
At 3-3, there was some expectation placed on this second half.
It's time for a brand new segment called Who's Hot? It's pretty self-explanatory, so let's get started. This week, I've picked one player from the men's basketball team and one player from the women's, Davis and Dunn.
And I'll start us off. Lindsay, I love potential, and that's exactly what this men's basketball team has this season. The growth of this team lies within their trio of young guards, Damian Dunn, Jeremiah Williams, and Caleb Battle. Battle excites me the most, as these guys all have a year under their belt. It's time to take that next step. Battle led the team in scoring a year ago, and he made the 3rd team All-AAC. Aaron McKee's in his 3rd year and has 4 returning starters, and he can run the system he wants with his recruits. There's plenty of reason to be excited about this squad.
Okay, here I go. I'm a little nervous that hopefully I won't get caught at the buzzer this time. If there was one good thing about COVID season last year, it was the women's team. And I actually got to go and watch one in-person game last year, and I have to say the 2021 Big Five Rookie of the Year, Jaisha Clinton, was on fire. I mean, watching her on TV is one thing, but actually getting to watch her live was just unreal. And not to mention all-star Mia Davis, who is an incredible player all around and has definitely been a mentor for the younger players on the team. I know, I'm ready for a season of W's for the women's team.
Luke and Lindsay, back to you.
Thank you, Max. The Meali Moppert Minute is back, and this week we're talking about Aaron McKee and his impact on the men's team. Just so I can avoid the buzzer, I'll go first again. The thing that excites me the most with McKee is the influence he can have on the team's young guards. It's no secret that Damian Dunn, Jeremiah Williams, and Caleb Battle are the cornerstones of this team. With McKee's collegiate and NBA experience as a point guard, his perspective and advice will be vital for the development of the young guys in the backcourt. Entering his third year as the head man of the team, the coaching jitters should be gone, and he can fully focus on bringing along his guards.
Wait a minute. Why am I always second? Anyway, everyone has always talked about the McKee era when he came to Temple in 2019. But now it's finally his time. Year 3. This is his team, and I'm so excited to see what some of the veterans and even some of the younger guys might have in store this season. I think this is an honest testament of his team and their potential, and not to mention his own coaching staff. He's even added some new staff members who obviously demonstrate the qualities that he wants for his team this year and for many years to come. I think this could be a really good year for this.
SMU is now ranked 24th in the nation, and Navy is coming off of a big win. With this momentum, I'm excited to see how Navy's defense will perform under the pressure of one of the best teams in the conference. Another game to look out for is the matchup between East Carolina and UCF. The Knights lost their starting quarterback Dylan Gabriel to a left clavicle injury 2 weeks ago.